if they attack me on the road, because I am moving with weak security, it will not only I who will die, there will be about 100 others who will die on the road. So they are responsible for all that. They are not concerned about a blast, bomb explosion on the road. They want me to move with weak security, invite the terrorists to come and attack me, and then ensure they will also know, they know that there will be so many hundreds of people will die there. So that is the attitude of them.
General, there have also been various stories, I don't know if they are being sent around by the government or other sources of propaganda, where, one story that they're saying is that you weren't in the country from the 10th to the 17th of May when the larger part of the war was happening. So what is your response to rumors such as this?
Yeah, in fact, I had got the invitation from these companies, Chinese two companies, from where we buy APCs mainly. We bought about 100 armored vehicles. I am not the one who made the deals. It is Second Defense and the Lanka Logistics Company, in which he is chairman. They do the negotiation, they do the payments, they buy the equipment. We only do the technical evaluation from the army. That is not done by me. There are committees under me, Major General, brigadiers and various people. So we do it as per the procedure. But these companies had invited me to come and inspect some armored vehicles. Invitation not 2 years overdue. I didn't go out of the country for 2 years after I took Corps Command. I went out only for medical treatment to Singapore. Then 2008 I visited the Indian Army Commander, Pakistan Army Commander, Bangladesh Army Commander, which I should have done 2 years before. Then I had to go for this invitation. Second Defense approved that. It was approved, the date was fixed about 5 months before. So we had purchased the tickets, everything else. So if I cancel the trip last moment, in any case, it would have been a loss for the government. It was not only me, about 5 other officers went with me. So considering all that, in any case, I had rode the war by that time, 10th of May, we had to only complete another 5 to 6 kilometers. So I took the war, I got the troops to move forward 150 kilometers. And when I was doing that, I was not sitting in Vaunia all time. I ran the war with the maps, the communication, the satellite phones. That is how I monitor the war. The orders are given. So whether I am in Colombo, or whether I am in China, or whether I am in USA, that command will function. There is no question about it. So I knew this war will be over within next couple of days, because this trip was planned, everything was arranged. Second Defense himself told me to go without any problem. And because I had studied the plans for next about 10 days, the plans are moving without any interruption. So I had to be out, but I returned before the war was ended. 17th evening I came. The war was finally finished on 19th. So the crucial time, they can't say because I went out, army will turn back without moving forward the next 5 kilometers and come back to Colombo or something. And we had killed about 20,000 terrorists by that time. We have rescued most of the civilians who were there. So there was no case the army comes back or the operation fails. But I know during that week there are certain irregular things happen. For example, I had kept a special force battalion in reserve. Second Defense forced them to induct that battalion into the battle, and without even keeping me informed. He was putting pressure on the ground commanders. Unnecessarily that battalion lost 25 soldiers killed and 80 injured. Because that type of, I think, the damage happened because he tried to take the advantage of my physically not being here at that time. Other than that, there was no damage caused or no delay caused. The battle went as per plan. So only mishap during that in my absence was the Second Defense forcing this battalion to go to the battle, which was kept in reserve. Because at that time I had agreed on the firepower, amount of firepower required to ensure no civilian casualties and things like that. So all the Special Forces commandos are in reserve because they operate with very heavy volume of firepower. But he, without considering all those things, gave orders for someone to send a battalion up at that time. That was the only mistake done during the 7 days. Otherwise, war was exactly finished the day I planned, and I was there to control the final battle, the final most, you can't say the dangerous period, the casualty rate, the killing rate, everything continued throughout the operation in the same manner. But last 2 days, 17 night, 18, 19 morning, the final battle I was commanding physically.
And another story that we heard was actually a high-ranking official told Daily Mirror Online that during your recent visit to the US where you were questioned, that such a request for an interview had never happened. So what is your side of the story to that matter?
Yeah, but the government and the ambassador there, they have been writing up and down enough letters. The letters, the copies of letters the ambassador wrote to even the State Department are with me. So if in their case the right hand does not know what the left hand is doing, these two officials, the ambassador and the Palita Kohana, the ambassador at UN, they are sitting only, the gap is I think 1.5 hours drive from one place to other most probably. I don't understand if they can't coordinate things like this, be on the same opinion and use the same version. How can they do more important things, especially when it comes to the foreign matters?
Mr. General, now to ask you a very personal question. The President, the Secretary of Defense, and also the Army Commander that has taken up after you, all of these people would essentially your friends and people you work with very closely. And now that you've retired, to see them almost, in a sense, not care about your security or turn on you. How does that feel as like an individual? I mean, just because you're a general doesn't make you not human. So how, on an emotional level, if you could tell us how that feels to have like your friends basically write you off and not care about you now?
Yeah, but of course, it may be the opinion of your attitude. So I had the courage and guts to face similar situations. I know they can't push me down or they can't demoralize me and finish me, ruin me. But I feel sorry about the others who will face the same consequences one day. I know that they will not be able to take it up. They might not have the same courage and the position or the status to face a situation like that. That is my concern. But if they can be ungrateful, the country knows what I had done, my contribution. Although they don't realize, obviously, our enemy. If Prabhakar was alive, he would have realized. But unfortunately, now I was targeting, the effort I was focusing towards Prabhakaran, now they are focusing towards me. You can see. They are only focused and the target is me now.